The EU AI Act Newsletter Number 64. Draft on the Scientific Panel. By Risto Uk. Subtitle: The European Commission is seeking feedback on a draft act regarding the establishment of a scientific panel of independent experts under the AI Act. Heading: Legislative Process. Implementing Act on Scientific Panel. The European Commission is seeking feedback on a draft act regarding the establishment of a scientific panel of independent experts under the AI Act. This panel will advise and assist the AI Office and national market surveillance authorities in implementing and enforcing the Act. The feedback period runs from October 18th to November 15th, lasting 4 weeks. All feedback received will be published on the site and must comply with established feedback rules. The collected input will be considered when finalizing the initiative, which sets out rules for the establishment and operation of this panel. McNamara and Benify to lead AI Act monitoring. Cynthia Crowett, senior EU policy reporter at Euronews, reported that the European Parliament has appointed Michael McNamara and Brando Benify to lead its AI monitoring group, which will oversee the AI Act's implementation. McNamara, representing the Committee on Civil Liberties, Justice and Home Affairs, LIBE, and Benify, representing the Committee on Internal Market and Consumer Protection, IMCO, will serve as co-chairs. Benify previously served as co-rapporteur for the AI Act, while McNamara joined Parliament in July following the European election. The Legal Affairs Committee has requested to join the cross-parliamentary group but has not yet named a representative. The group's first meeting date has not been set, with most discussions expected to be private. Similar working groups established for the Digital Services Act and Digital Markets Act will continue with the new Parliament. AI Office progress in hiring. According to Politico's tech reporter Peter Heck, the European Commission has filled half of its planned positions for the AI Office, with 83 staff currently employed and 17 more expected to join soon. The office, which began operations in June within the digital department DG Connect, has a final target of 140 employees. Industry representatives have privately expressed concerns about understaffing given the office's extensive responsibilities. The organization is structured into 5 units, including one focused on excellence in artificial intelligence and robotics, based in Luxembourg. Notably, the AI Safety Unit, which is considered the most closely watched unit, currently lacks a dedicated head, with AI Office Director Lucilla Scioli temporarily filling in the position. Heading: Analysis. There's an image here. Description. News article screenshot. The headline reads, "Are AI companies complying with the EU AI Act? A new LLM checker can find out." An LLM checker assessing compliance. Pascal Davies from Euronews reported that a new tool developed by ETH Zurich, Bulgaria's Institute for Computer Science, AI and Technology, and Latticeflow AI has evaluated leading generative AI models' compliance with EU AI rules. The LLM checker assessed models from Alibaba, Anthropic, OpenAI, Meta, and Mistral AI, scoring them across various categories including cybersecurity, environmental well-being, privacy, and data governance. While overall the models averaged scores of 0.75 or above, several fell short on discrimination and cybersecurity. OpenAI's GPT-4 Turbo scored 0.46 on discriminatory output and Alibaba's Cloud scored 0.37. However, most performed well with regards to harmful content and toxicity requirements. The European Commission welcomed the study and platform as a first step in translating the AI Act into technical requirements. The tool includes an open-source framework for evaluating LLMs against EU requirements. Industry Event Summary on General-Purpose AI Rules. CCA Europe hosted the second European AI Roundtable focused on drafting the Code of Practice for General-Purpose AI, GPI. The event brought together experts from AI firms, academia, governments, civil society, and EU institutions. The legal expert Jan Padova identified 4 key risks in the process. 1. The challenge of reconciling views from nearly 1,000 stakeholders. 2. GPI providers limited representation, 5%, in the drafting process despite their primary role under the Act. 3. Risk of discussions straying beyond the Act's scope. And 4. Concerns about potential compliance requirements not mandated by the Act. The next roundtable, scheduled before the end of the year, will address the interplay between AI, privacy, and data protection laws. Instructions regarding high-risk AI systems. A working template for instructions in relation to high-risk AI systems under Article 13 of the AI Act has been developed by the Knowledge Center Data and Society. Created through policy prototyping, the template aims to guide providers and deployers in meeting transparency requirements. The template offers insights into essential elements that must be included in the instructions for use and provides an example of it. Providers must complete the template with specific information about their high-risk AI system, ensuring that the instructions reflect the system's purpose, characteristics, and risk profile. Deployers can use it to review instructions and request clarification if needed. The document includes practical instructions, and the provider is also advised to check for any additional guidelines from competent authorities regarding Article 13. AI standards for the Act. JRC published a brief discussing the key characteristics expected from upcoming standards that would support the implementation of the AI Act. The Act, adopted in August 2024, includes provisions for high-risk AI systems that will take effect after 2 to 3 years. European harmonized standards, when published in the EU official journal, will provide legal presumption of conformity for AI systems following these standards. CN and Senelec are leading European standardization organizations drafting the necessary AI standards upon the European Commission's request. Standards are important instruments for supporting the implementation of EU policies and legislation to ensure the protection of safety and fundamental rights. They also aim to establish equal conditions of competition, particularly for SMEs developing AI solutions. Despite ongoing drafting of requested standards and a planned update to the standardization request, progress has been slower than expected. Challenges in reaching consensus on new work items and their scope have caused delays in standardization committees. As consensus starts to emerge, progress will need to be consistent to meet deadlines. This newsletter was narrated by Type 3 Audio for the Future of Life Institute. It was first published on October 28, 2024. Images from this article are included in the podcast episode description. To report an issue or give feedback on this narration, go to t3a.is.